Yo guys, it's Saro. You already know that today I am bringing you Week 9 of the Pokemon Premier League, the PPL, and this is probably the most exciting week of the entire PPL this season. In my opinion, we have some great battles, including the one today that is going to be between myself and Raiquin of the Nottingham Forest's Curse. So I've been looking forward to this battle for a really long time. I've known Raiquin for a good while now, since before the PPL. And this is going to be a really good battle, I think. There's going to be a lot of other good battles this week. I know Fred plays Shoddy, and Alex plays Ellie, and it's just going to be a fantastic week in terms of battles. So make sure that you're checking out all the battles this week in the PPL. But before we start wasting more time than necessary, let's get into this week. Now, we are coming off the final transfer window of the season. Week 8 was the last time that we can do transfers. We do have 11 weeks in the season, but we're not doing a transfer after week 10 because that would just be a little unfair because you're picking up a Pokemon for literally just one game. And that's I don't know. It's just not. It doesn't really work with the whole team thing. You want your team to win. You don't just want to pick up a Pokemon just for your last opponent. It's kind of stupid. I don't know. So that's been agreed upon by everybody in the league. So this is the last time that we did transfers, and if you have not taken notice already, over here to your left, my right, yeah, our team has changed just a little bit. So, for my transfer, I dropped Mega Pinsir, and instead I picked up Mega Medicham. Okay? So while this looks interesting at first, Mega Pinsir is one of the best Megas in the format, why would you drop it, blah blah blah. Clearly it was not working out for us. Mega Pinsir is very easy to plan for. It does one thing, is a hard-hitting physical attacker, but it's quad weak to rocks. It takes 25% on first switch-in. After you Mega Evolve, it takes 50% from switch-ins. You bring a Scarfer or a priority move, and you're basically killing Mega Pinsir. It's as simple as that. I don't think it's as good as advertised, and just wasn't quite worth it. And I kind of found out that Mega Medicham is a destroyer of worlds. Mega Medicham is basically a slower Mega Lopunny. It's actually more powerful, I believe. It can do similar things, but albeit a little bit slower. And Mega Lopunny has been in the MVP race the entire season, and I just think that I can use Mega Medicham a little bit better, and I will be showing you exactly how and why I picked the Mega Medicham, because it completely destroys Raiquin's team. I'm getting ahead of myself. So that was the main reason that I picked it up, but Raiquin's team isn't the only team it destroys. I'll just save that for now. But let's just say that I'm coming into this week very confident. Very confident because of the Mega Medicham pickup. Also, I actually built my team before the transfers were done. I started making a team, and then Raiquin decided not to transfer anything, so I actually made a team. But then with the last transfer of the transfer window, I was proposed a trade, and that trade was from Shroomraver. He decided to offer me Noivern in exchange for my Tentacruel. With the team that I was bringing for Raiquin, Tentacruel was not a plan for me to bring. I looked ahead at the matchup for week 10, which is against RTK in the Portland Timbers. I probably wasn't going to bring it to that, and I don't know, I just didn't see Tentacruel really playing a role in any of my final matches. I'm not sure if Noivern is going to be essential to any of the final matches either, but I don't play Shroomraver, so I was like, yeah, I'll help you out, because, if I'm not going to use it, you might as well use it, and let's see if we can get some work out of Noivern. Now, Noivern is not going to be showing up this week, unfortunately. But stay tuned for future weeks, because I don't really want to leave Noivern on the bench for the rest of the season. I'd like for him to get at least one game in. But that covers the transfers for this week. This is the team that you will see for the final weeks. Now let's finally get on to Raiquin's team. Raiquin's team is not scary. I said it. It's not a threat for me. We have a really good matchup this week. Our team takes on Raiquin's extremely well. And there's not a whole lot he can do, barring a few surprises. Now, I am saying Raiquin's team is not a threat. Raiquin, on the other hand, is a huge threat. He is a fantastic team builder. He's a good battler. He knows how to get just the right EV spreads. He knows how to execute a game plan, unless we throw him off of it. and it can be pretty scary. It can be pretty scary, and he has one Pokemon in particular that can completely ruin all my plans, and that being Mega Altaria. But let's go through Raiquin's entire team roster before we get into what I'm bringing. So this week, he could potentially bring either the Mega Altaria, Infernape, Vaporeon, Celebi, Excadrill, Miltank, Spiritomb, Hippowdon, Leafeon, Sneasel, or Sliggoo. And out of those Pokemon, I don't know if there's any one that is an obvious, like, not bring. I would say that I don't expect him to bring Leafeon, but outside of that, I have no idea. I've been kind of being cocky and been trash talking and saying that Excadrill's not going to get a kill. Excadrill can't do anything to my team. I'm kind of baiting him to bring the Excadrill because I'm kind of being 100% serious. Excadrill can't hurt me. I have at least two counters that I'm bringing. I think I even have more on my team actually. Maybe not actually. Maybe it's just those two. Actually, maybe three. Gourgeist might be able to take it on. Either way, I didn't really hawk for that. Spoiler: Gourgeist isn't coming either. So yeah, the biggest threat is definitely Mega Altaria. After that, there's not a whole lot that can hurt me. Maybe if I let the Excadrill set up, it could be a problem, but it's his team just really isn't threatening to me. Besides that Mega Altaria. So let's go ahead into the team that I'm bringing and explain what I am bringing and why and all that good stuff. So, like I said, the first biggest threat is Mega Altaria, so of course we had to plan for it, and the plan this week, or the Altaria counter this week, is Arcanine. Arcanine takes on so many things in different weeks, and this week it's mostly going to be the Mega Altaria. Arcanine, I am bringing, especially defensive Arcanine, has leftovers the Intimidate ability, Will-O-Wisp, Flare Blitz, Iron Head, Morning Sun with 252 HP, 244 special defense, 12 in defense, and a careful nature. So the reason that I am bringing this Arcanine is basically this is enough special defense EVs for me to live 2 hits from the strongest attack, from a 252, from a max special attack modest Altaria, the most powerful move it can do to me, which I don't remember what it is, but this means that I can take 2 of them, I can switch into one, I can take another one. I can outspeed Mega Altaria if it's defensive. If it's offensive and he has speed investments, then I won't. Whatever. I can still win the 1v1 matchup, and if he is physical and has Earthquake with a mixture of Intimidate, the 12 EVs in defense, and the fact that I have Will-O-Wisp, I can completely shut down a physical attacking Mega Altaria. I have Iron Head to hit it back. It does about 40%, and like I said, if it's defensive and I outspeed it, then I can easily win the 1v1 matchup. With a mixture of Iron Head, Will-O-Wisp, it'll be good. Morning Sun, if he has the stand up, it's not going to be good for me, because Morning Sun I think is only going to heal 25%, but I don't think that we will really be having the Mega Altaria versus Arcanine showdown in the sand. I don't know if he wants to wear down his own Mega Altaria. Of course, Mega Altaria gets Roost, so it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. However, I do have some revenge killers that can take on Mega Altaria, so we'll have to work with that. And so let's go on to the second threat. Because I've been taunting him to bring the Excadrill, I have to actually come prepared for the Excadrill in case he does bring it. The other thing that I want to say about Arcanine is Arcanine actually shuts down a couple of other things on his team. Celebi can't touch it, Infernape can't touch it, Miltank can't touch it, I think. Yeah, after the Intimidate, I can switch in on a Miltank. I have to really be worried. I have to really be careful about Thunder Wave on Miltank. That's a thing. And what else? Leafeon can't touch Arcanine, and I don't think Sneasel can really hurt Arcanine, except for, Knockoff would knock off my leftovers, and that would be annoying. But Arcanine takes on a lot. Now, anyway, Excadrill counters. The first Excadrill counter on my team that you would expect would be Gliscor, and I'm sure that's what he's planning for. What he may not be planning for is the fact that Shaman can really deal with Excadrill pretty well. So the Shaman that I am bringing is I'll just read it. Shaman is being brought with leftovers and natural cure with Seed Flare, Rest, Hidden Power, Bug, and Leech Seed, max HP, 148 EVs in special attack, and 108 EVs in defense with a modest nature. Now, with the 108 EVs in defense, that enables me to take 2 Iron Heads, so I can switch in on an Iron Head. I can take another one. I can rest to heal all my damage and then just switch out because I have Natural Cure. Seed Flare does a good chunk of damage to Excadrill, as well as can hit things like Hippowdon and Vaporeon pretty hard. I think it even does a decent amount to Mega Altaria. I could be wrong. Sap Super Miltank is a thing that we need to look out for. And I really didn't know what fourth move to put on. I had Psychic on for a while. I thought of Dazzling Gleam, Earth Power, but instead I decided that if it came to Celebi versus Shaman, I wanted to be able to hit the Celebi, so I decided to just throw Hidden Power Bug on my Shaman, because why not? I even calced the fact that Celebi gets U-Turn and Signal Beam. Shaman takes less than half from both of those things, so it's not really a big deal. I can deal with it pretty easily, and yeah, so Celebi isn't really going to be a huge threat for Shaman, and like I said, Arcanine takes it on as well. So Celebi isn't a huge problem for my team. Of course, it is very versatile, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, now of course, this Shaman isn't. It could definitely, you know, a crit could basically shut Shaman down. A couple high rolls, maybe, I don't know, the fact that I don't have Synthesis, things like that can really hurt Shaman. So of course I needed a backup Excadrill counter, and Gliscor. Gliscor is being brought as an Excadrill counter, but it is being brought for so much more than that. Gliscor is essential to my team winning this week. I cannot let Gliscor die, especially not early in the match. Gliscor is being brought with the Toxic Orb Poison Heal, Protect, Earthquake, Agility, Baton Pass, 248 HP, 68 attack, 192 defense with an Impish Nature. This is enough attack EVs to have a 75% chance to OHKO an Excadrill. Simple as that. I can switch it on an Excadrill, I can take 2 Iron Heads, I can take 2 Rock Slides, I can take 2 of whatever he wants to do, and I can basically OHKO him with an Earthquake. Now, of course, that's not the only thing I can do. I have Protect as my way of kind of healing up. I didn't know. I originally wanted Swords Dance, Agility, Baton Pass, but the likelihood of getting all of that off is... it's very unlikely. It's not a good chance for that happening, so I decided that Agility was more important, so Agility, Baton Pass it is. But Gliscor is definitely no scrub, and can put in work with his own Earthquake, and can even hit some switch-ins and things like that, but it's definitely there mostly for Excadrill. If he does, you know, bring an Excadrill and then he wants to switch out, I can Agility, and then I outspeed anything that he wants to bring in, and I can Baton Pass into anything I want. Anything I want at all. And I can outspeed his whole team. And I have 3 Pokemon that have the capability of either sweeping or just punching huge holes in his team. And that is why the Agility is important, because especially if he has Sand Rush, Excadrill, Infernape is really fast, Celebi can be ran really fast, Miltank can even be speedy, Sneasel is really fast, so I want to be able to outspeed these threats, that way, you know, they don't hurt me. So, yeah, that's what the Agility Baton Pass is for, but the question may be, what am I Agility Baton Passing into? Well, the A1 number 1 threat for his team is Mega Medicham. Alright, so this is the main reason that I picked up Mega Medicham, because it destroys Raiquin's team 100%. So the Medicham I'm bringing is Fake Out, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. It has to have pure power in the Medichamite, of course. Max HP, max attack, 4 EVs and speed with a Jolly Nature. Maybe a little bit weird, but that's only so I can outspeed a Scarfed Infernape, just to make sure that I'm outspeeding everything. And I wanted a bulky variant just so I could take hits more. I have Drain Punch to heal back health, not a big deal. And just with this moveset, I can take down a lot of things. Now, if I had the Swords Dance and Agility Baton Pass, I could literally sweep his entire team. But I can do about 80 to 90% to all this team with this moveset. Fake Out is good chip damage, as well as I probably want to do that turn 1 so I can get the free Mega Evolution off. And so that's basically what that is for, Fake Out. Drain Punch is going to OHKO an Excadrill. I think Miltank is going to do a lot to Sneasel. Well, it's going to OHKO Sneasel like 7 times over. Thunder Punch is going to almost OHKO Vaporeon. Ice Punch is going to OHKO, I don't know if it OHKOs Sliggoo. I think it does. I think it OHKOs Sliggoo, Leafeon, and Celebi, and Mega Altaria. It doesn't OHKO Mega Altaria. It does like 80% though. Of course, I do have to be careful because things like Hyper Voice and Mega Altaria OHKO me. I think an Earthquake from an Excadrill has like a 12.5% chance to OHKO me, so if the sand is up after, I don't know, I would have to be very careful if I really want to chance that or not. But Medicham kind of takes out his whole team. Of course, I don't have the Sword Stance boost into it, but I'm pretty confident that I can get an Agility Baton Pass boost into my Medicham. Now, if that doesn't work out, then we have another Pokemon that destroys his entire team, and that's Kyurem. Kyurem this week is being brought with a Life Orb. First time I've brought a Life Orb set, I believe, from Kyurem, and it's going to have Ice Beam, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, and Roost. Max Special Attack, Max Speed, Modest, with the remaining 4 EVs and HP. And this, like I said, Raikou originally had a pretty big grass weakness, and at the beginning of the season, he's covered that grass weakness up, but instead has started replacing it with an ice weakness. He has a decent ice weakness on his team, and Ice Beam hits a lot of things, especially from Kyurem. Even things that resist it, like Infernape, that's still going to take some decent damage from an Ice Beam. Of course, that's why I have Earth Power, so I can switch up my moves. And Kyurem has really good natural bulk, base 125 HP, and then 90 defense and special defense, so he can't really OHKO me with a lot on his team, and I'm going to outspeed a lot of his defensive threats. So yeah, Ice Beam is good. It's going to hit the same things basically that Ice Punch is, so that's, Leafeon, Sliggoo, Hippowdon, Excadrill, Celebi, Mega Altaria. Earth Power just kind of hits neutrally for a lot of things. I mean, Ice Beam is still the better idea for like Miltank, but Earth Power is just good for, I don't know, Sneasel and Infernape, and I just didn't really need the coverage moves. After Ice Beam and Draco Meteor, I really didn't need anything else. So if he thinks that I'm choiced, which I almost did bring choice this week, he might think that I'm locked into Ice Beam, switch into something that can take an Ice Beam, and it's not going to take a Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor does so much damage. And then I have Roost just to heal off damage so I can stay around longer. Of course, I do have a bit of a Stealth Rock weakness, and I don't have any Rapid Spinner anymore. This is the last match that I think it's really going to come into play, because Raikou has Infernape and Hippowdon and Miltank, all of which can set Stealth Rocks. So that's a problem for me, but we'll work around it. The idea for this team is to just hit him as hard as I can, as fast as I can, put pressure on him, and make him be the one that's switching out and is on the defensive until I just take him out. I can't let him get the momentum. I need to keep momentum up, and I just need to put pressure on him the whole game. And of course, now we have one last Pokemon that I'm bringing, and that is going to be Electivire. Electivire is being brought with the Choice Band, Motor Drive, Thunder Punch, Iron Tail, Brick Break, and Volt Switch. Max Attack, Max Speed, no, that's not Adamant, that's a Lonely Nature. Attack increasing, defense decreasing with 40 Vs and special attack. Now, the reason for this is Thunder Punch is a nice stab and hits Vaporeon super hard. It might actually OHKO it. As well as just good to hit things that are neutral, like Spiritomb, whatever. I'm running Brick Break over like Cross Chop just because I don't really like the low accuracy of Cross Chop. I know that seems weird because on the same set I have Iron Tail, but we'll get to that. Brick Break does enough damage. It OHKOs Excadrill. It takes out Miltank. Not that I don't even think I can outspeed Excadrill. What am I talking about? If Excadrill is adamant, I can outspeed. If it's Jolly, then I can't outspeed it. I could if I brought a Jolly Excadrill or a speed increasing, or not Excadrill, Electivire, but whatever. Yeah, so Brick Break is just good for a lot of that stuff. I did not bring Ice Punch. You would think Ice Punch would be, a good thing to hit like a Hippowdon, and like a Leafeon and things like that. But I figured I had enough ice coverage on my move, and I was going to put Ice Punch for Mega Altaria until I saw that Iron Tail has a good chance to OHKO, straight up OHKO, a Mega Altaria. If I get a clean switch into Electivire, if he's not a defensive Mega Altaria, if he's offensive, this Iron Tail is going to destroy him. Destroy him. He can be max speed, Jolly Nature, whatever, Mega Altaria, and he's not outspeeding Electivire. Electivire is going to destroy Mega Altaria. And that's why Iron Tail is here. It worked against Clefable and Shoddy, so why not go for it again this week? I wouldn't put it on if it wasn't a chance to OHKO. If it had if it did less damage, then I wouldn't bring it, but it's so good. So Electivire, Kyurem, and Medicham can just punch holes all over his team, while Shaman, Arcanine, and Gliscor pretty much become my switch-ins to anything that he wants to try and hit me with. But like I said, Raikou is a pretty good battler. He's a really good team builder, and I'm interested to see what he brought to try and take down this team. I don't see what he can bring outside of something just utterly ridiculous, or if I just played really badly, or if he gets a lot of crits. But, of course, saying that, who knows what that's going to mean. This has been the longest team breakdown ever, but I do apologize for that. I do still want to live comment this battle, which might still happen, because it's a pretty important battle. If we win the rest of our games, we can actually end the season with a winning record, and that is the goal right now. And I think we can really pick up this win. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this team breakdown. If you have any questions about my team, go ahead and ask me in the comment section below. And let's get on to the battle. Alright guys, we are into the battle against Raikou, and this is, of course, going to be live commed. Now, I am very, very nervous. I know that I was very confident in the team breakdown. I'm still confident in my team, but it's still, you know, a PPL match, and it's against Raikou. So, we need to go in with the levelest of heads, and I'm ready. My Pokemon are there. Select the Pokemon we want to enter. Alright. So, he is bringing, oh my goodness, Hippowdon, Excadrill. Very nice. Spiritomb, Sneasel, Vaporeon, and Mega Altaria. Okay. So the plan has been to start off the battle with a Mega Medicham. I see no reason not to do that. I know he has Spiritomb, so we can stop my Fake Out, but if he doesn't start out with Spiritomb, if he has to switch into it to prevent my Fake Out, I still get the free Mega off. So, we're going to do that. It doesn't matter what the rest of my team is. I really like that his team is very physical. That does probably mean that Mega Altaria is a special attacker. So we'll just have to see. That Mega Altaria is easily the biggest threat. Easily the biggest threat. So let's just find out what he wants to start out with. He could want to start out with Hippowdon to get up the sand. He may want to start out with the Sneasel to get some priority. I'm not sure what he wants to do. I'm not sure what he wants to do. I need to watch out for Banded Sneasel and whatever Mega Altaria wants to do, as well as Spiritomb. It's now kind of an issue. I think Shaman can kind of deal with it, but that means that Shaman's not really going to be taking on Excadrill. So we'll just see what happens. He doesn't really have... Well, no, that's a lie. I was going to say he doesn't have a switch into Gliscor's Earthquake, but that's 100% a lie. Alright, we're in the battle. I'm so nervous. Alright, we need to win. We need to win. We don't need to... Well, yeah, actually, due to some standings things, we actually do need to win. But I'm not going to spoil in case other people's videos aren't up. But yeah, it would definitely help us out if we won today. So he's going to start off with Vaporeon. That is an interesting lead. Like I said, I'm going to go for the Mega, and I'm going to go for the Fake Out. If he switches into Spiritomb, I still get a free Mega off. If he stays in, then I can kind of see what type of Vaporeon this is, potentially. Ooh, hold on. Mega Medicham. He withdrew. So my custom Mega Medicham. He sends out Horcrux. Alright, so we don't get to see what type of thing that is. And that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. I feel very stupid for having Hidden Power Bug on the Shaman now instead of Dazzling Gleam. But either way. So now, we do need to see Spiritomb. I'm going to assume that this is a defensive Spiritomb. Wow, even with no offensive investment. Oh wait, never mind, JK. That was at level 100. Foul Play still messes us up. Alright, so let's go into... I think I might go into Arcanine or Shaman. I'm not sure which one. I'm going to go into Shaman. I can't see anything that the Spiritomb could potentially do hurting Shaman too much. I'm going to go to the calc and put in my custom Shaman. Make sure that that's the one that is there. And he's going to go for the Shadow Ball. That doesn't do a whole lot. Let's make a note that this Spiritomb does have Shadow Ball. And with no investment at all, Okay, yeah, this is not an offensive. This is not especially offensive Spiritomb. That's 100% sure. I think now I am free to either go for a Leech Seed. I'm free to go for a Leech Seed, honestly. He doesn't really have a switch in for it. Or, wow, I meant Seed Flare. Well, Leech Seed as well. I'm gonna go... Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed. I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed. There's no way that he stays in. Boom, 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 boom. How much does... Seed Flare does over 50% if this is physically defensive Spiritomb. That's 51% minimum. Man, I'm kind of mad he brought Spiritomb. Because that's the one thing that really stops Mega Medicham from putting in the work. So we need to get rid of that, actually. But I mean, the Leech Seed is very, very predictable, so... But he doesn't really have a way to stop it either. I think he's going to go into Sneasel if he predicts the Leech Seed. Guacamole the Excadrill. I'm sorry to say, Raikwin, but I kind of made the Shaman to take on your Excadrill. So now I'm getting leftovers and Leech Seed. Am I at full health? I am at full health. So I kind of have the matchup that I want. I'm gonna go for the Seed Flare. Maybe he thought I was gonna switch out. Very interesting. I got the matchup I wanted. Maybe he thinks he can do more damage to me than he really can. Maybe he has Poison Jab. Crap. I already picked my move. Why did I not think of this? Why did I not think of this? Why did I not think of this? Poison Jab will not take me out. Okay. Alright. Crisis averted. Why did I not think of Poison Jab? Of course he has Poison Jab. Either way, that doesn't really change Shaman's role too much. Had I predicted him to go to Poison Jab, though, I probably would have switched into Gliscor. Honestly. I don't know, maybe he's going to predict me to go into Gliscor, and maybe he'll go into... It's too risky for him to make double switches. Unless he's going into Mega Altaria right now. Bowtruckle, that's not good for you. That's not good for me, actually. Depends on... Yeah, he does live on. Alright, so we need to calc... Ooh. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario here is a Choice Banded Sneasel. Choice Banded Sneasel. Oh wait, hold on. An adamant Choice Banded Sneasel still can't take me out. But Max Roll Icicle Crash is 99.5%. And I'm really not trying to stay in on that. So I'm going to have to go into Arcanine. I'm pretty sure a knockoff may be coming. But I don't really have a choice. Intimidate will lower his attack. And we'll possibly be able to find out if this is a Banded Sneasel or not. Dun. And if this is Life Orb, then his longevity is completely crippled by switching into a Seed Flare. I feel really stupid for having an HP bug. Why did I have that? I'm going to bring Celebi. Either way, it doesn't matter. Seed Flare does a decent amount of damage to most of his team. The only thing that really takes it is Mega Altaria. Honestly. This is the only thing that can take it. He withdraws the Bowtruckle. He's going into Excadrill. Okay, I see you. He really wants to do some work with this Excadrill. I do get an Intimidate off on the Excadrill though. I think I need Arcanine too much to try and see if I can take a hit. I mean, I'll calc it, I guess. But I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, From what I remember, an Earthquake, yeah, an Earthquake still takes me out. And that, I believe, is factoring in the Intimidate. Let me just double check. Yes, that is factoring in the Intimidate. Earthquake is a guaranteed OHKO. If I was max physically defensive, then I could probably live 1, potentially. But I'm not, so we're going to go into Gliscor. This is probably what he wanted to have happen last time, where he wanted to get the Sneasel in on my Gliscor. But I don't know. And this is probably where he's going to get the matchup that he wants. Finlay the Vaporeon. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So now he's going to get in the Vaporeon. UU Wish Set? I don't know, what is that? That's a max physically defense Vaporeon there. That, I don't believe that this is going to be max physically defensive. I believe the Spiritomb is physically defensive. I think this might be specially defensive. This has to be a special wall. He would have no switch-ins to any special hits. And I think because of that, Kira might be coming in right now. Draco Meteor does a nice chunk. Although Shaman might just be a decent switch in as well. Alright, so I'm gonna assume he has Ice Beam, right? So he does have Ice Beam. And now, how much does that hurt my Shaman? Doesn't hurt it a lot, honestly. Even if he's max special attack, I'm gonna go into Shaman. Only doing so because Shaman's at full health. But I'm not entirely sure what he could be doing. He uses Surf, okay. Alright, now based on that damage, he may be a max special attack. Scald does about that much. He could be an attacking Vaporeon, honestly. But we're kind of back into the same situation that he doesn't have much to switch in on a Seed Flare. So off goes the Seed Flare. Except for Mega Altaria, of course. His only Stealth Rocket he brought is Hippowdon, and he hasn't dared to bring that in yet. If he brings that in, man, the thing is Raikou double switches so much. It's going to be really, really hard for me to get an agility off on my Gliscor, on something. I mean, basically, the only ones that I can set up an agility on is going to be Hippowdon and Excadrill. That's basically it. And if he keeps double switching out to get the matchup that he wants, then I'm kind of screwed. But at the same time, if I can keep getting out Shaman is a huge threat to his team. And let's see what he switches into. He might just be sacking off the Sneasel. He's going into the Excadrill. Interesting. Oh, my gosh, he avoided the attack. Alright. I stayed in last time. Maybe he'll expect me to stay in again? I mean, the Poison Jab could be coming through. Excadrill. An Excadrill can take one Seed Flare. But see, I can take a Poison Jab. So I'm going to go for the Leech Seed, just in case he's trying to double switch again. Because that mispredictions is really what's going to cost one of us this game. Either him double switching out too much, or me predicting him to double switch out too much and not switching when I should. One of those two things is going to be our downfall. So I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. He may go for the Poison Jab, but that's going to do more than half. That is an X-Scissor. X-Scissor, I can still take. That's not really a problem. And I'm going to be over half. However, that means that I can't really take another hit from Excadrill, unfortunately. Now, based on that X-Scissor, Did he take recoil damage? I don't think he did. Because one thing that I was kind of scared about, that not when prepping my team, but since is a banded. It's a banded Excadrill. But I think based on that damage, there's no way. There's no way. That he must have taken Life Orb recoil and I just didn't see it. That's not banded damage. Alright, I should probably be paying attention more to the battle when damage is being done. Unfortunately for me, I think the only play I can go into is into my Gliscor, which is going to give him the easy double switch into whatever he wants, be it Vaporeon or be it Sneasel. He basically gets his pick, because this is the most obvious switch in the world, but he is going to go for the X-Scissor, and now, he has to switch out. He has to switch out. Okay. Now, he could switch into Mega Altaria. No. He could. I think it's too early to go for an agility because something is walling something else. I really shouldn't reveal Baton Pass this early. This could be a really bad idea. Alright. Here's the thing. I have an idea. I think that I'm going to switch into Kyurem. If he goes for Iron Head, I'm dead. And everything else he can do does a lot to me. But I really think he's going to switch. I might go with the Baton Pass. It's the safest play. I don't care if I'm going to reveal to him that I have it. It's the best play for me to go for. It gives me so much good momentum. He is going to go into the Hippowdon. Okay. So now, honestly, that should play with his head a little bit. That should 100% play with his head a little bit. Now, let's see. Let's see if he is a physical wall. All right. Then how much? Hold up. There's a couple things. Ice Beam destroys him if he's max special defense, max HP, max special defense. He's still not living an Ice Beam. Unless he's a careful nature. Then Ice Beam has a 43.8% chance to OHKO. Kyurem, oh Kyurem, you are being called upon right now. There is no way. There is no way. His only switch in then is Vaporeon. Or sacking off his Sneasel, which he does not want to do yet. Yeah. And I am going to reveal that I am a Life Orb Kyurem, so he might expect me to be choiced, which would be great for me. It would be fantastic for me, actually. Not fantastic, what am I talking about? Well, I mean, yeah, it would be fantastic. He's still probably going to switch into Vaporeon. No, he goes into Excadrill. Oh, I'm sorry, sir, you guessed wrong, and that's going to be a dead Excadrill, if I'm not mistaken? No, it's alive. Dang it. Dang it. He probably put... Wait, hold on. Does that have defense investment? Oh, you Sandrush Sweeper. Or did I do the damage I was supposed to? No, that did less than it was supposed to, unless I got a really low roll. Okay. Well, it's time to go into Gliscor. This Excadrill has taken a lot of damage, and it's not going to last much longer. I have been saying that, I've been telling him that Excadrill is not going to get a kill on me this week, and if it does, it would be one maximum. And in the situation that he's in now, I don't even see it getting one kill. He has to double switch now, or else he's going to lose something. Alright, because I'm going... Wait, I outsped. so there's no way he switched out. So he's attacking. Iron Head should do less than half, which it does. And of course I get the poison heal back. So now he has to switch out, but of course he saw the baton pass, so he may stay in and attack. Expecting me to do that again? Sorry, bro, but I gotta go for the Earthquake. The only thing you switch in on this is Mega Altaria, or Physically Defensive Spiritomb, or even Vaporeon, honestly. You do have switch-ins, so the safe play for him is to switch out. And, oh my gosh, everything takes an Earthquake. Hippowdon's not going to take a lot from an Earthquake. Hippowdon is not going to take a lot from an Earthquake. Nothing is. If he stays in, then that removes this threat, so he can stop trying to sweep with it. Come on now. Think I'm going to taunt you to bring the Excadrill and then not prepare for it? I got you, bro. I got this. He does withdraw. Smart play. Goes back into Hippowdon. Also a smart play. Going to go for the Earthquake. Cool. Now, Hippowdon. Alright. Was this may be a mixed wall set. Let me look up Glide Score. That did what, 20%, 25% maybe? Custom. That Earthquake did, whoops. About, yeah, that's fair. I don't think that's a max physically defensive Hippowdon. But it doesn't mean that there isn't some investment. For sure. Now, let's just see if this thing has Ice Fang. If this thing has Ice Fang, it's doing less than half. I'm going to go for an Agility. I think he understands what I'm going to try and do now. That being to baton pass into something. And now he can't outspeed with Excadrill on anything that I would switch into. So now here's the thing that I really have to see. Medicham. Whoops, Mega Medicham. Mega Medicham can take any hit from this thing. Yeah, it can take any hit, so I'm gonna go for the baton pass, as well as if he switches out, I'm gonna see what he switches out into, and then I can change my plans accordingly. Alright. So, in terms of momentum, Gliscor is so good at keeping the momentum for us that it's working out really well in our favor. And he knows that he's in kind of a pickle. I mean, if he switches out into Spiritomb, like I baton pass into, I don't know, Kyurem. If he switches into, you know, whatever, I can baton pass into Mega Medicham. Like, he's really backed into a corner on this one. He really, really, truly is. So he stays in. So what that is going to enable me to do is switch in to Mega Medicham. Mega Medicham or Kyurem? Hold on. Mega Medicham is not going to take a whole lot. Kyurem, where Kyurem is at now, he's going to take 25% to rocks. Stone Edge would take me out, so I'm going to go into the Mega Medicham. Of course, if he goes for the safe Ice Fang, then Kyurem would have probably been the best option. But either way, he's going to go for the Earthquake. So, still probably the better option was for me to go into this Mega Medicham. Let me bring up this again. So, Mega Medicham. The problem here is... oh my goodness. I'm pretty safe to go for a fake out or a drain punch. I think though he's going to bring in the Spiritomb. What does the most to a Spiritomb? The one that's going to do the most is either Thunder or Ice Punch. Ice Punch is my safest play. Ice Punch is my safest play. Because he does withdraw. He's probably going to go into Spiritomb, and I need damage off on the Spiritomb. There it is. Alright, so let's find out if this thing is indeed max physical defense. I would wager a bet and say that it is. Okay, and unfortunately I cannot Drain Punch. Basically meaning we are back to this fun little matchup where I can switch into Shaman. If he predicts that he might go into Excadrill, I could probably switch into Gliscor. He doesn't have the special attack investment, I do not believe. He already showed a Shadow Ball. So, Mr. Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball, you're not going to do much to Gliscor, are you? Are ya? No, you're not. So I'm going to predict the double switch, and I'm going to go into Gliscor. As well as that means that he can't status me. I don't know if he has, like, Hidden Power Ice on this thing. Like, I probably should have checked that. Pretty sure Hidden Power Ice isn't going to take me out either. But he is going to go for the Shadow Ball. Okay. That does a little bit more than I wanted it to. I'm going to protect in case he stays in and tries to attack me. He may switch right out into Hippowdon, in which case we'll deal with it later. Oh my goodness, Hippowdon is a threat. Why is Hippowdon a threat? You know what, Hippowdon is a threat, but Gliscor is kind of a threat for him. If he keeps switching into things, like, I don't know. I can see how much I can do to his team. I don't know. There's so many variables. It's almost halfway through the battle. We haven't nothing's died yet. Holy crap. Yeah, Hippowdon is a huge problem. I've got his Sneasel and Excadrill down though, so if I can just catch him in on a bad switch, I can take one of those two things out. Well, not Sneasel with Gliscor, but that's not the point. It's not the point. He has to be thinking about what he wants to switch into, what he thinks I'm going to do. But this Gliscor, honestly, this Gliscor works very well as a scouting Gliscor. He knows that I can Baton Pass on his switch out. He knows that I can take another hit from whatever he wants to go in, or whatever he wants to do. So let's see, does he go back out into Hippowdon? Yes, he does. Alright. Okay, Hippowdon. You are annoying. You're very annoying. Earthquake doesn't do that much, but he can't do anything back to me either. I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. Reason being is he can't really touch me. If he does have Ice Fang, it will do a little bit. It'll do almost half. However, if I catch him trying to go straight into the Excadrill, I will bop it. Alright, so there's that. He does have the Ice Fang. I really hate this thing. I really, truly, honestly hate this thing. Alright, it's time to protect again. Even if it is a little stally. I need as much health on this Gliscor as I possibly can have. I think even if he switches into Excadrill, I can take any hit from Excadrill. Which is Gliscor's main purpose. Well, besides trying to Baton Pass a speed boost into Mega Medicham or Kyurem, his other main role is to get rid of the Excadrill. He just needs to switch into it. Please. Even though it makes no sense. Do it. Do it now. Hippowdon. Why is Hippowdon such a threat? Oh my goodness. I need to just keep doing chunks of damage off to it, and then catch it in when I can get Kyurem in. Now he goes into Altaria. Alright, I see you. Now the sand is going to hurt him. It's not going to hurt me. Now, I'd love to Baton Pass and Scout if you have speed investments, but I'd rather not. So, let's go into our designated Altaria's counter, that being Arcanine. This is probably the special variant of Altaria, so that is going to be a problem. I think I can outstall, though, especially when the sand goes away. What is he going to do? No. No, you do not, my good sir. I don't know what you're planning on setting up, but you are not going to do that. I love how Substitute doesn't take Sandstorm damage. He still does. I like that. I like that. Alright, you are getting Iron-Headed because I cannot take the risk. Well, I can't status him. I don't really want to be using a Morning Sun when I have this much health still. This Substitute needs to go. And I need to know if I outspeed or if he outspeeds. If he outspeeds, then he's probably got a decent chunk of speed investment, meaning he's not going to take the hit as well, and if I outspeed, then he's more defensive, and I can probably outstall him. But he has Sub, which means he wants to set up something. Could be Dragon Dance, could be Calm Mind, could be Cotton Guard, but that would be kind of weird. Sub Cotton Guard, I mean, I guess that could work. I outspeed, so he does not have speed investments. I'm going to assume max HP, max whichever attack that he is trying to get off. And that is an Earthquake. Does Earthquake get boost in the sand? Yes, it does. Holy crap, what the... Oh, critical hit. That's not okay. That's not okay. Alright, so... here's what we do. Altaria. Oh, Altaria. How? I knew you were going to be such a problem. That crit had to have mattered. Let's see, custom set. Let's just assume that he's max attack, adamant, earthquake in the sand. Yeah, oh my gosh, that crit mattered so much. That crit mattered so much. I think now, though, I can go into Kyurem and get off a pretty good revenge kill. He cannot live. Why does Ice Beam do 235% to this thing? Oh, because that's a regular Altaria. Mega. Good job, me. Good job, me. Alright, so now I'm not actually sure if the crit mattered at all. I'm pretty sure it did. But either way, he's not going to take an Ice Beam well at all. He doesn't have the sand up. He can't switch in. He can switch into Excadrill as kind of a to try and revenge kill me, but I don't think he wants to sack off his Altaria. Either way, I have to go for the Ice Beam. Ice Beam will take out this Mega Altaria. He could switch in. The only thing he can kind of switch in is Vaporeon, and then I think a Draco Meteor can take it out after that. That crit mattered so much. Oh my goodness. We had, I think our last two battles have been pretty hacksless. Or at least when there was hacks, it didn't really, like the outcome wouldn't have changed. I think the Hax is going to come back to haunt us. Because that mattered a whole lot. That mattered a whole lot. Boom, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da. He could switch, I don't know, he could switch into Hippowdon to set up the sand and then go for an Excadrill sweep. Nope, there's the Vaporeon, so my first instinct was right. Alright, Vaporeon, what kind of investment do you have? That did a decent chunk. I like that. I really, really like that. Draco Meteor can take out Vaporeon from here based on the damage that did. I don't know if this is max special defense. If it is max special defense, it's probably... I'm gonna Roost. Just to give us a chance to try this again in the future. He's probably gonna switch into... What can he switch into? He still doesn't have a switch in from here. He can Toxic me and try and Toxic Stall me? Are you gonna be that guy? Are you going to be that guy? Let's just see. I don't know what he can do. I don't know. Toxic Stalling may be the best thing. He might just wish to try and figure out what I'm going to do. But I have to Roost here. So let's just wait and see. I'm feeling less confident about winning because I don't really have a switch into Mega Altaria now. However, I don't know if he's got all physical moves or not. He's got Sub and he's got Earthquake. There's an Ice Beam. He outsped. Okay. Okay, Scarf Vaporeon. Yo, he's choiced into Ice Beam. Okay. I see you, big dog. But I think what you can probably also see is that you can't really take me out with Vaporeon. I'm sorry. Nice and Scarf Vaporeon stealing my sets. I see you. I see you. Scarf Vaporeon is totally my thing. And it puts in work in OU, honestly. I really want to bring a video to the channel showcasing Scarf Vaporeon. But I have to go for another Roost. I can't really risk the Draco right now. If he stays in and goes for the Ice Beam and I get off a Roost this turn, then I'll go for the Draco. But I think he's going to switch out. If he wanted to go for another Ice Beam, he would have done so by now. So he has to be switching out. He could probably switch out into Sneasel if he thinks that I'm Roosting. Honestly, which, I mean, I am. I mean, that's a problem. That is a problem. There it is. Screw you. Screw you. He's gonna be so proud of himself for that play. Alright, Banded Sneasel. The only thing that can take me out is a low kick. He might have low kick though. Shh. Even if he doesn't, he's going to do enough damage for me to die on rock switch-ins from anything else. No. No, he's not. A Banded Sneasel, the only thing that can kill me right now is a Banded Sneasel's low kick. He might not even be banded. I think I'm going to Ice Beam. He is going to knock off my Life Orb. I didn't think about that. That is going to knock off my recoil. That means I'm not going to get recoil from doing damage. However, that means that I am doing less damage. So now he can come in and revenge kill with... Oh, the crit mattered. There, we got hacks of our own. So now he can either try and come in and revenge with Excadrill, which means I switch into Gliscor, or he sets up the sand with Hippowdon first, which could be a problem. Because now Ice Beam I don't think is going to take out the Hippowdon. I don't know if that was his plan, or if he thought he was going to take me out. Nah, he would have calced it. He would have calced it. So that was a Life Orb Sneasel. Sneasel was down to cure him. I needed to get something dead on his side of the field, though. Why do I feel like we're going to lose this battle now? Kyurem doesn't have as much health as I want. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's just see. I still have Banded Electivire. That can do a lot of work still. So, what do you bring in? It has to be either Hippowdon or Excadrill. There's really nothing else. He's probably calculating to see if Vaporeon can kill me, which I should probably be doing the same, but he is going to go into Hippowdon. Now, I could go straight into the Gliscor, or I could Roost, which is what I'm going to do, because we've already discussed this. I need Kyurem with as much health as possible. And not having Life Orb recoil is kind of going to help, because I'm taking Sandstorm damage and Stealth Rock damage. It's going to help. It's going to help. So now that we are in, let's put Hippowdon into the calcs again, because I still don't really know exactly what he is. But he is going to attack me. I think Stone Edge is the only thing that does more than half. It goes for the Earthquake. The Earthquake should do less than half. Yep, it does do less than half. Alright, so I have slightly more health than I did before. The problem is, if he goes for Stone Edge now, I die. So, unfortunately for me, I do have to go into Gliscor. That is the unfortunate truth. One Ice Beam... Actually, hold on. I need to put that I do not have the Life Orb now. I don't have an item, so Ice Beam still has a chance to take him out, actually. A 37.5 chance to Oko. I could have went for Ice Beam, actually. But now he's going to Earthquake. Alright. Now, he could very well just Ice Fang. I have to protect. I'm going to be that guy yet again. He doesn't have to Ice Fang. He can switch out into something. Vaporeon at any time. Crap. He can go into Vaporeon right now. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, you know what? An offensive Vaporeon could probably do some work to my team. I wonder if Electivire could live an Ice Punch. Or, not an Ice Punch, an Ice Beam. It probably couldn't live 2, plus Rocks. But see, it didn't look like he was max special attack, though, from the damage that I calced earlier. I don't know, maybe Shaman can actually deal with the Vaporeon still. There it is. There it is. Alright. He is going to hurt himself due to Sandstorm. Alright, so Vaporeon. Here's the thing. Let's just assume that you have max special attack. Okay? I know you have Surf, and I know you have Ice Beam. Alright. Let's just say that you're timid, because I don't think you're max special attack modest. And let's just see Electivire. Wait, there's no way. It's Ice Beam. Oh my gosh, Ice Beam would have done 93. Okay, hold on. This thing does not have special attack investment. Oh, it's level 50. Hold up. I keep messing that up. Okay, so this thing could easily be max special attack. Oh, this thing can be max special attack modest. It could be. Electivire. What? Can you take 2 hits? You cannot take 2 surfs. But you can take an Ice Beam, 3XO after Sandstorm damage. Electivire, this is gonna be really tricky. And Shaman, how much are you taking? Shaman's taking over half from an Ice Beam. I have to make a move. Crossing my fingers and going into Electivire. Only because the counter was going out. I don't like the switch at all. He went for the Ice Beam. That should do about half. It did do about half. Let's see. Alright, so Ice Beam does more than half to Shaman. Do I let... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do I have to let Electivire die? Do I have to let Electivire die? Why did I do this? I could go for a Volt Switch. Electivire. But a Thunder Punch can take it out. I have to go for a Thunder Punch. He withdrew. No! Why? Screw you. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna lose. I've lost. Alright, let's see how to lose not as badly. I have to go into Gliscor. We'll figure it out from there. He basically can just keep switching out and back into the Vaporeon however many times he wants. Yep, there it is. So done. Electivire is useless at this point anyway, so now I have to sack it off. Oh gosh. I don't even have anything to say. So now, Vaporeon's Ice Beams, I don't even remember how much it does to cure him, probably too much. I have to go into Kirim, I guess. I didn't even count to see if I can live a hit or not. I don't know. It's like 50-50. He'll probably kill me. He'll probably kill me. But there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. He's switching perfectly. He knows me. So ugh. He's probably gonna take me out. If this takes me out, I lose. 1 HP? Holy crap. I have to roost once more. I have to get to full health. Kirim, you monster. Those 4 EVs and HP coming in clutch. Kirim, you monster. Please bring this back for me. Please bring this back for me. And if he switches out to take in to do something to this Kirim, that officially means that I have a switch into Vaporeon next time. A full health Kirim can switch into this Vaporeon. We are really winding down this timer. Something needs to happen. There's the Hippowdon. Alright, Hippowdon. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I need to make sure we do not have the item. So Ice Beam pull through. And that is going to straight up take out the Hippowdon. Alright, now here's the thing. He can bring in Excadrill to scare me out. I go into Gliscor, he double switches into Vaporeon, I double switch back into Kirim. I got it. Hold on, I got what we do. Bring in the Excadrill. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring on the Excadrill. Double switch out into Vaporeon. Do it. Alright. Alright, Gliscor. Pulling through with the Gliscor. Let's see what he wants to do. He can double switch into Vaporeon, and I'm just going to make him... I'll just protect and choice him into something. If he choices himself into Ice Beam, I can go into Kirim, or I can predict him to double switch back into Excadrill and just stay in with Gliscor. We're at less than 10 minutes. We need to make a real prediction. We need to make a real prediction here. The game is not over. The game is not over. He does withdraw. He's going to go into Vaporeon. He's going to go into Altaria. Alright. Speaking of real predictions. Mega Altaria. Alright, you are... You're level 50. Let's go into... Hold on, let's just see. Gliscor? Gliscor. How much of a monster can you be? He could easily run an ice move. I need to be real. I'm going to Earthquake, assuming that he's going to substitute up. He does go for the sub. And the Sandstorm is going to take him out. Alright, so that prediction was real. So Gliscor does not get the KO, but Altaria does get the death. So, that happened. Okay, I knew this was going to be an incredibly close, good battle. Raikou is not a pushover. It doesn't matter how good the team matchup is. He's not a pushover, and this is not over one way or the other. So here comes Finley. And now, we protect, wait for him to either choice himself or double switch. He's going to choice himself in the into Ice Beam. Which now means that I should go into, what is it, Kyurem. However, he may double switch into Excadrill, so now I could either... I'm going to make the riskiest play I think I've made all game. I'm switching into Mega Medicham. Because if he didn't switch, so I just killed Mega Medicham. Good job, me. The reason I did that is because if he double switched into Excadrill at that point, I could use Fake Out and things like that. I can still use Fake Out actually. Which I really have no reason not to. I can get some more chip damage off on this thing. And then he's going to take me out here. I'm actually still going to sack off the Mega Medicham. Because then I have a clean switch into Kyurem, and Kyurem can take out the rest of his team? Does that sound about right? That sounds about right to me. Alright, so here's Kyurem. What is alive? Excadrill is alive. So I can't outspeed Excadrill. That's the problem. Wait, actually I might be able to. I have max speed, but I'm modest. Either way, I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. I'm going to go for the Earth Power. Because he has to Ice Beam. There's that. I go for the Earth Power. He dies. The only thing... Alright. Excadrill. Excadrill, I need to know. Are you adamant? Or are you jolly? Kyurem. You do not have your Life Orb. But here's the thing. So I'm speed 147. Adamant, he's 140. Jolly, he outspeeds. I feel like he's going to be Jolly nature just for this situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Gliscor because he cannot double switch back into Vaporeon. I think we've won. I think we've won this. He goes for the Iron Head. That would have taken out Kyurem 100%. And he can go for an Iron Head again to do as much damage as he wants, but this battle is basically over. Holy crap. Holy crap. I'm actually going to have to see if his Excadrill got a kill. I don't think it did. Arcanine died to Mega Altaria. I sacked off Mega Medicham to his Vaporeon. And I think Electivire may have also died to Vaporeon. I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Not sure what he wants to do. He can't take me out with this thing. If he has Hidden Power Ice, he may be able to make this a 2-0. There's the Shadow Ball. And the special defense drop. Okay. 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 Alright, now, what is your name? What is this thing's Spiritomb? Spiritomb. If you are indeed defensive, Gliscor's Earthquake did that. Okay. I know he has Shadow Ball, so Shaman. I might be switching out into Shaman to better take a hit.
I'm going to go into Shaman. I think Shaman's my best bet of securing the 3-0 over a 2-0. I think he can 1v1 my Gliscor. I don't think he's going to stall out. If he has a recovery move, I don't think he's going to use it. Oh, he is going to use it. And he actually used it now, so that was a great switch for me. And I'm going to go for the Seed Flare, and if he does not have special defense investments, this is a dead Spiritomb, this is GG, and this video just hit 1 hour long. Holy crap. Seed Flare, off we go. We are going to get a 3-0 over Raikou. Holy crap. I was confident about this match, but not like this. This match turned out nothing like I thought it was. Arcanine did literally nothing. That was so scary. There's the special defense drop. Not going to matter too much. This Shadow Ball is not going to take me out. Not at all. Should I use Hidden Power Bug just because I can? Should I go for Hidden Power Bug just because I can and it has a better chance to hit? I'm going to do it. He's going to go for the Shadow Sneak. And I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Bug. Nice and neutral. Nice and dead Spiritomb. So, that is going to end the match. Look at that. 1:44, 43 left. Holy crap. So, that was a battle. That happened. And holy crap. Oh my goodness. So, that was finally done. That was GG. GG Raikou. You gave me the best battle that I could have ever asked for. I've been waiting so many weeks to do this battle, and every moment of it was worth it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle and this video this week of the PPL. We do pick up a 3-0 victory. If we win our last 2 weeks, we will have a winning record. And after beating Raikou, we have a realistic shot of getting into the top 6, the top half of the table. Not by this week, but if we win our next battle. And speaking of our next battle, that is against my very good friend RTK and the Portland Timbers. And I am not looking as forward as much to that match because his team can kind of destroy mine. But I'm going to, sit down, put in the work, and we are going to see how that one comes out. So I'm going to stop rambling on. This video has been long enough. Hopefully I shortened it enough to where it wasn't unbearably long. But again, thank you guys. And with that, the communication, he left. So with that, thank you guys for watching as always. And until the next time, stay sly.